All right, so there were a few things that I really liked at the Game Awards. One of those being Game of Dragon, the other being the Tomb Raider remakes, and Control Resonant 2 being announced. But one that really caught my eye as well, and I think it might have gone underneath the radar for a lot of people, or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But it's called No Law, and this is from the creators of The Ascent, and that was their debut title. And now No Law is their next step. It's their next evolution. That's what they were saying. They said that they took everything they learned from The Ascent and now they are applying that to No Law, which is in a cyberpunk setting. And honestly, the voice actor of the main character, I thought it was V. I thought it was male V from Cyberpunk because he sounded so similar. And I don't know if it's the same voice actor or not, but it sounded so similar. The raspiness, the seriousness in the voice, just the tone of it really sounded like Mel V, and I thought that set the tone. That set the tone completely for how badass this game looks. And it's honestly like a Cyberpunk 2077 game. If you love Cyberpunk, if you like that type of futuristic dystopian city setting, this game No Law looks like it's gonna deliver on all those aspects. So if we're waiting for Cyberpunk 2 or something like that, we need the next thing. This is what I think the next thing is. No Law is a first person shooter set in the open world of Port Desire, a city that doesn't belong to anyone, but where everyone wants a peace. There's not much details about the story, but it says here that in No Law, you get to take the role of Gray Harker, a seasoned veteran of both the battlefield and the city of Port Desire. After receiving near-fatal injuries on his last deployment, Harker decides to finally turn his back on the military life and instead set his sight on a life of peace once and for all. However, while he no longer goes looking for trouble, one fateful day, trouble finds his way to its front door. So it already sets the stage for having a really badass protagonist. I could see this ex-military savage guy who lives in Port Desire wanting just a nice, quiet, peaceful life, and then gets his ass beat, gets something taken from him, and he just comes out of retirement and starts taking ass. It's kind of like John Wick. I mean, this sets the tone. And then when you look at Gray Harker, he has this big ass build. He looks like a big old swole motherfucker. And so I kind of look at that and I kind of thought he looked a little weird being so damn big, but these developers are also behind the modern shooters of Wolfenstein, and I love the Wolfenstein series, and that gives me even more hope. So I think that's why he looks so big. He kind of looks, it has that look of like a Wolfenstein first person shooter type of game. So I mean, these guys know what the hell they're doing. Again, it gives me that Cyberpunk 2077 vibe mixed in with some Wolfenstein, mixed in with some other shit. You know, it looks really good. They go on to say that even in a city of no laws, actions have consequences. Throughout your journey as Harker, you will come across plenty of colorful characters, friends, and foes. Whether you decide to help a friend in need or flatline some mouth-breathing alley rat, your choices will leave a mark. Play through multiple times to uncover alternate paths and new outcomes. So this is really cool. That means that you're going to be making choices throughout the story and there's going to be multiple endings. So that is actually really cool. I didn't know that. I'm just knowing that right now as I'm reading, and that gives an interesting look at the story. That gives a path to different endings for every single one. And so our endings might look different. That will increase the conversation, that will increase the impactfulness. You might be able to choose whether you want to keep doing good and try to be on that path of redemption, or maybe be a complete savage military bastard that now that they took you out of retirement, you don't care, you want to kill every single body. So that's really cool. The side quests, the side missions, I think might be very plentiful here. I have faith that they're going to be very strong in the narrative department. This game looks like it wants to tell a really good story, and the city of Port Desire looks like it wants to be explored. Talking a little bit more about the city, they go on to say, and when I say they, I'm talking about the developers, nestled against a cliff overlooking the sea is Port Desire, an industrial cyber grunge city lush with greenery and overflowing with personalities, a hub for import and export, where people from all walks of life flock to experience their wildest dream. In this port, nothing is off limits, and this city is your playground for tactical stealth or hard-hitting FPS action. Leave your morals at the border gate and explore this vertical wonder from the rooftops to the alleys that choke on it. But be careful where you step. In a city of no laws, many take it into their own hands. This sounds like an invitation to Night City 2.0. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I thought Cyberpunk. I loved damn Cyberpunk when it released. I want more Cyberpunk, and this just feeds me. This gives me those vibes of Cyberpunk. This sounds like Night City. Port Desire sounds like a savage place with like high-end places, down and terrible places, lawless places. It just looks really fucking fun. And the characters that we are getting getting kind of a look at, they do look very colorful. They do look very different. So I'm very, very excited. We don't have a release date yet. I also am not sure if this is only for a certain developer. I don't think so. I think this is for everybody. I think this is going to be for a PC, Xbox, PlayStation. Again, No Law just looks really fucking cool. The character Gray Harker looks like a badass. He looks like, I mean, he looks so fucking big, dude. Like, it kind of threw me off guard again how big he looked, but I think it'll fit the story. And I really like that this is going to be open world because it gives us, I don't know, I don't want to say GTA-like, you know, because Cyberpunk wasn't really GTA-like, but it kind of was. I don't know. I just feel like there was a need for more crime open world games that have a strong narrative story, and games like Cyberpunk, games like Sleeping Dogs back in the day, games like No Law now coming out, these games look like they can fill that void where you can go into this open world crime city and you're just like this badass that can kill, get in cars, get, you know, different outfits, find different cars, buy property potentially. No Law looks really good. And another one that looks good like this is the Gang of Dragon. It looks like another narrative-driven, open-world crime type of game. And it seems like we're getting a lot of these. We got GTA 6 coming out. We got No Law. We got Gang of Dragon. This is a maybe potential mini renaissance for that genre. That's a video within itself. But No Law is a game that I saw and I thought, this looks fucking badass. I need to get it. I wanted to share it with you guys. Very under the radar type of game potentially, but I just got a feeling it's going to be really good. I'm going to keep my eye on this one, and we'll be updating more regarding No Law when stuff comes out.
Port Desire, a city that don't belong to anyone, but everyone wants a piece. No laws, no oversight, just the jungle creeping back in. Both the vines and the people. The mayor stepped in where the government couldn't. Said the city needed order, and they'd be the ones to bring it. Keeping the peace on their terms. I walked away from it all. Kept my hands in dirt instead of blood. But desire is a fickle mistress. The city won't let me go. It won't forget my name. I asked for nothing, and they still came and took everything. The mayors and anyone that stands in my way, every last one of them. They're gonna learn something real simple.